Morning all, and welcome to today's Sunday Q&A, which today is brought from you, unbelievably, from 15 minutes away from my house. It's Friday morning. My first collection is out of Thorn, where they've got the recycling tip round the corner from the yard. It's literally 15 minutes, which is brilliant because no dead moulds collection, give or take. And this is going up to Asda's in Lutterworth. So it's Guess the Asda's, because there's 4 Asda's in Lutterworth, and as far as I can work out, one of them is food, one of them is frozen, one of them is kind of like other stuff, like clothing and stuff like that, which is what I think I've got, and one of them I still haven't figured out. So if anybody knows, question for the wise guys, what are the 4 Asda's in Lutterworth, and what do they do? And then after this, I've got a collection out of Loughborough, which has got to go to Booker's in Hatfield on Monday morning. So it's a good day for me. Easy enough. Having said that, this collection is supposed to be 8:30, and of course I've got here at 7:30. He says we don't open till 8. Asda's is 11 o'clock. I'm hoping to get in at 10. The Lutterworth is kind of pick up before 3. So there may be the possibility of a Lutterworth to Loughborough. Wouldn't that be lovely? But I can't see it, and I can't be bothered, to be honest with you. I think I'll probably just go up to Loughborough, pick the bits and pieces up, go back and jump on the weekend. Finish the book. I have finished the book. I finished it yesterday in all places in Poundland. I've got a laptop now, so I can do it on a laptop. In Poundland in Harlow. I was on the bay for an hour and a half. They went on break halfway through. You're wondering, it's still the stickers there. We go on break between 2 and 2:30. Of course you do. Of course you do. But yeah, it's only the first draft. I've got to go through it again and change bits and sort out all the spelling mistakes, but should be out soon. Watch your space. Right, so Fuel Watch, which is the big thing this week, because obviously because all the missiles are kicking and screaming in the Middle East, everything's going to go ballistic next week. I've had one guy ring me up and say it's going to, well, I've heard horror stories, it's going to be 135. And some of them, be careful, because some of the fuel people have been saying we're changing the price midweek. So you think you're getting it cheap, and you go to fill up on your Thursday, and on Wednesday night they've flipped it over. So you might want to double check with them what you've got. But Fuel Watch. So last week I had Express Fuels at 110.76, Watson's at 111.82, Motia at 111.99. Called it 112. 0.01 pence, not faulting anybody, and UK Fuels at 110.63. And my partner in crime, White Man Van, had Watson's at 111.19, slightly cheaper than me as usual. Silvery Fuels at 110.9, and Tate Fuel Drive Card at 112.39. So you should have been looking last week at round about the I'd say 111 would be fair. Which brings us on to the video this week was on fuel cards. Now, just to be clear, and I did say this in the video, I'm not affiliated with these people. They sent me an email a little while ago, and I like them, and I kind of like the ethos. And they do this thing called the Prime card, and if you get the Prime card, there are 3 sites. And if you go to a Prime site, it's cheaper still, and there's a card finder. If you want, watch the video. It was on last week. And also, like as in with last week, they came with me. They came second. 110.76, whereas UK Fuels 110.63, so they weren't far off. So what we got to say about this? James Ford Contract Limited says, I'd like to see fuel go back to £1 a litre. I'm sure you would, James, but I think you're going to be looking at more like 150. Thanks to all the shenanigans. White Van Man did do one thing, which he said he watched the video of some guy last week. I can't remember who it was. I didn't write this bit down, so it only just came in. And he said the Express Fuel mob gave him 1.14, which he says to me just says they're all the same as the others. Now they might be. Like I say, I've got no skin in the game here, so I haven't gone in to check them out or anything like that. I just said I'd do them a video as a favour. But it could be because they have got different cards. It could be because he had a Shell card, or he had a this card or that card. The thing is, if they are doing that, and if you're listening to this, guys, you're gonna be daft, because everybody we watch this. We all compare prices every week, and I've just gone and told everybody we're all the same price. So if next week I get 15 different comments going, Pete, I've got a different price to you, You're just shooting yourself in the foot. Whether it does or it doesn't, I mean, I would say always the best thing to do, I've got about 4 sets of fuel cards. I have got Express Fuels, Motia, UK Fuels and Watson's. And every week I get the emails and I check all of the emails and I go with the guys who I think best. It doesn't always work out that way because it might be that week that Watson's is the cheapest, but Watson's is my UK Fuels card and I need diesel and I'm going up the motorway and the next motorway service station, because I pulled into the last one and there are 18 trucks queuing up for the one pump because they never fix them, is a BP. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to pick the best of two out of BP. It's not the cheapest price this week, and I'm not the kind of guy that goes out of his way to a certain time to get to Watling Street to get the best price, because, okay, it might save me, I don't know, 10 quid, 20 quid, but then the time it takes me to go out and round at the houses and the time, sometimes I could be doing another job, doesn't work out. So what we got this week? We got the Wise Guys. I should have my glasses on. The bins on. Godzilla said, I used to drive a 5.5 ton Iveco and sadly will say it had 3 back axles. Now, 5.5 ton, what do you need 3 axles for? It's one of the things that put me off them. The van I was driving was only a year old at the time, and to be fair, it had 50k, but the 3 axles, what extra weight you've got to put on that for no apparent reason? He said, oh yeah, in order to order a truck, it needs to be truck shape that shows up. There used to be a pug pickup which would carry a ton on the back. You wouldn't want it, someone to turn up in one of these, even though it can carry the weight. It's of a feeling showing up to collect a pallet of cement that weighs 1 ton to be turned away. You showed up in what was basically a heavy duty car. Same sort of thing with a 7.5 ton. It's true. I say customers are not always the brightest. And they'll go, I mean, I had one once that booked me when I was in a 7.5 ton. And I watched them put these cash machines on. And after I put the 4th and the 5th one and the springs were just going like that, I went, how much do these weigh? And they went, oh, about 1 ton each. I went, get them off. I went, I can take 3, maybe 4 at a push, because we tried it wasn't quite a ton. And the woman turned around and she sort of said, well, I booked a 7.5 ton truck. Yeah. How much does the load weigh? 5.5 ton. That's under 7.5 ton. I went, no, love. So the 7.5 ton truck doesn't carry 7.5 tons. It weighs 7.5 tons. The truck weighs 5 ton. Oh, didn't know that. No, yeah, so we had to take it away. I took 4 and then someone else turned up with 18 ton or something. I think that was fun, that job, getting them off. Get them off the tail lift. Neil 754 says, right, this is to do with the parking, I think. He says, when the government tried to introduce clamping in France, random people started supergluing the locks on the clamps. Didn't even have to be their cars. Parking, I don't use clamps, probably why. They do use the pay and display machines, just saying. Well, you could do, I suppose. Sorry, the machine doesn't work. It's got glue in the thing. They use terms and conditions boards that, if they somehow become illegible, invalidates all their scams again. Just saying, that just leaves the ANPR cameras. So he's saying, if you couldn't put the money in the slot and you couldn't read the thing on the board, you didn't have to pay. So what do I carry around? A tube of super glue and some an aerosol can in my car, in the glove compartment, just in case. I think I'll just pay. I think it's probably easier. They are a pain. So, but yeah, it's like the thing. The other way, he says introducing clamping in France. The thing about the French is, if they don't like something, they just don't do it. It's called civil disobedience. But if everybody does it, if they turn around and say, we're passing a law tomorrow, although in France it was with no smoking, and we all went, well, okay, fair enough. And the Spanish went, okay, fair enough. And the French just went, no. No. Just carry on smoking. And then you go in a restaurant, and go, I've got to arrest you for smoking. No. And then you look around, there's 30 people all smoking. It's like, yeah, I can't arrest all 30 if I ain't got room in the back of the car. So they just went, no. We're not doing it. It's against the law. No. Well, there you go, that's French for you. And in conclusion, this week's short one this week, because it's probably just a fuel card thing, Phil Barrett says transit with several question marks. It's because it's the way the travellers say it. Me and Dave the Chris got into the habit of doing this because they don't refer to them as transits, they're transits. Do you want to buy a carpet? Do you want, I can't do accents. Can I do your driveway? It's not a transit. That's just what they do. There you go. Right, okay, guys. Sunny's coming. Cherry blossoms on the trees. Everything's looking prettier. It's just, like I say, a short one today. Not many comments. So, hope you're all well. Hope you're trucking. Bookies come in. Take care. Take money.